Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 9th. So students, in today's video, we will start reading with our next chapter from the book Beehive. This is chapter number 9 and the name of the chapter is The Bond of Love, and this chapter is written by Mr. Kenneth Anderson. So he is the writer of this chapter. So students, the chapter The Bond of Love, it is a very good, very interesting story that shows a true bond between human beings and animals. Okay, so let's begin the story. First of all, before you read, so before starting the chapter, let's get some idea about the story. Can there be love and friendship between human beings and wild animals? So this is the question in front of us, that can there be love and friendship between human beings and wild animals? Okay, let's read a very fascinating account of an orphaned sloth bear that was rescued by the author. So in this story we will read very fascinating account, very interesting account about one orphaned sloth bear that was rescued by the author, right? So in this story we will read that the author, or we can say the narrator, once he saved the baby sloth bear who was orphaned. Orphan means वो जो bear था that has lost its parents. Okay, so that sloth bear, baby sloth bear, it was rescued by the writer, by the author. Sloth bears inhabit forested areas including the tropical rainforest of India and grasslands at lower elevations. Okay, so now we are given with some information about sloth bears. So sloth bears, they inhabited mainly forested areas, okay, including the tropical rainforest of India and grasslands at lower elevations. Sloth bears have very shaggy hair and long muzzles. I am very much sure that you all have seen sloth bears in movies, TVs or in books. So sloth bears का जो appearance होता है वो कैसा होता है? They have very shaggy hair, okay, and they are having very long muzzles. So what is muzzles? Muzzle is the front part of the face. So that particular part is very long in bears. Using their claws to dig, they can then use their lips to form a tube which can go deep into the ground or into hard to reach areas like dead trees for their food. And what are the abilities, or we can say what are the characteristics about sloth bear? So sloth bear, they can use their claws to dig. Okay, so with the help of their claws they are having the power to dig. Then they can use their lips to form a tube, a particular kind of tube which can go deep into the ground or any other hard to reach areas just like dead trees for their food. Their main food is termites. You can hear them suck up their food from several feet away. And one more characteristics about sloth bear is that the way they had their food, they have their food is very strange, because you can hear them suck up their food from several feet away. Okay, so this is all about sloth bear. And now let's start the story, reading the story. I will begin with Bruno, my wife's pet sloth bear. So now first of all the writer, he is saying that he will begin the story with the introduction of the sloth bear. So he is saying that I will begin my story with Bruno. And who is Bruno? Bruno is the pet sloth bear of the wife of the writer. Okay, so writer's wife, she was having one pet sloth bear and the name of that bear is Bruno. So it is very strange because bears, they are wild animals, so how can they be a pet? Okay, but writer's wife, she was having one sloth bear as a pet and the name of that bear is Bruno. So in this picture we can see this is a we can say a sloth bear, and sloth bear are of black colors and they are having very shaggy skins and very long muzzles. Okay, so this kind of sloth bear the writer's wife, she was having as a pet and the name of that pet is Bruno. I got him for her by accident. Next the writer is saying that it was the writer who got that sloth bear for his wife, but by accident. It means it was not at all planned that they will have a sloth bear as a pet, but accidentally it happened. 2 years ago, we were passing through the sugarcane fields near Mysore. Okay, so what was the accident, how it happened? So that writer is now presenting, and he is saying that almost 2 years ago they were passing through the sugarcane fields where near Mysore. So in this picture we can see these are the sugarcane sugarcane fields. So such fields were there near Mysore, and the writer, he was passing through those fields. People were driving away the wild pigs from the fields by shooting at them. So at that time, when the writer along with some of his friends, when they were passing through those fields, then some people were there, some farmers were there who were driving away the wild pigs. Okay, so some wild pigs were there in the fields, and obviously those wild pigs jo the, they were damaging the fields. Okay, so the farmers, the people, they were driving away those wild pigs from the fields. How? By shooting at them. Some were shot and some escaped. So some wild pigs, they were shot down, they were killed, and some pigs were able to escape from there. We thought that everything was over when suddenly a black sloth bear came out panting in the hot sun, and when the writer and all his friends, they thought that now everything is over, because अब जो shooting की आवाज़ थी वो नहीं आ रही थी. So they thought that okay, अब सारे pigs जो है वो यहाँ से जा चुके हैं, now everything is over. Then suddenly one black sloth bear was there. It came out panting in the hot sun. What is panting? Panting means out of breath. It means that sloth bear, it was panting, it was breathing very heavily. Why? Because it was running so aggressively that now it was out of breath, it was panting, and suddenly it came out in the hot sun. Okay, so that sloth bear, it was also in between of those sugarcane fields, and suddenly it was out of those fields in the hot sun, right? And that sloth bear was just in front of the vehicle in which the writer and his friends were. Now I will not shoot a sloth bear wantonly, but unfortunately for the poor beast, one of my companions did not feel that way about it and promptly shot the bear on the spot. Next, the writer is saying that when one big sloth bear was in front of the vehicle, then writer is saying that he is not that kind of person who can shoot a sloth bear wantonly. So what is wantonly? Wantonly means for no good reason. It means without any reason. It means he is trying to say that unless that sloth bear is not causing any harm, unless it is not attacking on them, then he will not ever shoot a sloth bear. But it was very unfortunate for the poor beast. Who is poor beast? That is black sloth bear. So writer is saying that it was very unfortunate for that black sloth bear, that one of writer's companions, or we can say one of his friends, he did not feel that way about it. And what did he do? Very promptly he shot the bear on the spot. So what is promptly? Promptly means immediately, or we can say at once. Okay, so one of the companion, one of the friends of the writer, at once immediately he shot down the bear. He killed that sloth bear, that black sloth bear on the spot. As we watched the fallen animal, we were surprised to see that the black fur on its back moved and left the prostrate body. Okay, so now one of the companion, one of the friend of the writer, he shot down the black bear. So obviously जो bear था, now it was killed. Okay, so now the writer and all the friends, they were watching the fallen animal, because the bear, it was killed and now it fell down on the ground. So they were looking at the fallen animal. Then suddenly they were very much surprised. Why? Because they were surprised to see that the black fur on its back, it suddenly moved and then it left the prostrate body. So what is prostrate? It means lying on the ground facing downwards. So that black sloth bear, it was lying on the ground because now it was killed, it was dead. Okay, so suddenly something very strange was there, because the black fur on its back, it was moving, and after some time it just left the body. So what is happening? Let's see. Then we saw it was a baby bear that had been riding on its mother's back when the sudden shot had killed her. So what was that black fur that was moving? So after some time they realized that it was the baby bear, it was the cub, okay, that had been riding on its mother's back when the sudden shot had killed her. So that was the mama bear, and she was having her baby bear, her cub, on her back. Okay, so now the mama bear that was killed and the baby bear was there. The little creature ran around its prostrate parent, making a pitiful noise. So now mama bear, mother bear, it was killed, and baby bear, now it was very much worried, okay, and now it was running around and round to the prostrate parent, and now it was making a very pitiful noise because it was having no clue that what is happening to its mother, why the mother is not moving, okay. I ran up to it to attempt a capture. So when the narrator, we can say when the author, when he saw that one baby bear is there, and now that baby bear is so much frightened, okay, and at that time the narrator, he ran up to that baby bear. Why? Because he just wanted to capture it. It scooted into the sugarcane field, but that baby bear, obviously it was very much frightened. So when the narrator, when the author, when it came to the baby bear, it scooted into the sugarcane field, okay. So when the narrator, when it went near the baby cub, then it was so frightened that it scooted into the sugarcane field. So what is scooted? It means to run away, okay. So when the narrator, when it went to the baby cub, then it ran away into the sugarcane field. Following it with my companions, I was at last able to grab it by the scruff of its neck while it snapped and tried to scratch me with its long hooked claws, okay. So the narrator, he actually wanted to save the baby bear, so he was following it with all the companions, all the friends that were there, and finally the writer, he was able to grab it, he was able to hold the baby bear by the scruff of its neck. So what is a scruff? Scruff means the back of the neck, okay. So students, in this picture you can see that all the mother bear, they also hold their babies like this only, okay, with the help of this part, with the help of the part that is on the back of the neck, okay. So the narrator, he also grabbed the baby with the help of this part that is known as a scrub, that is the back of the neck, okay. But the baby bear, what it was doing, it snapped. So what is snapped? Snapped means a very sudden bite. So baby bear, it was very much frightened, okay. So it snapped and it tried to scratch the writer with the help of its long hooked claws. So in this picture we can see that bear, they are having like this kind of claws, they are very long and hooked claws, okay. So baby bear, it was scratching on the hands of the writer, but the writer, he actually wanted to save the baby bear, so he was holding it with the scruff, okay. We put it in one of the gunny bags we had brought, and when I got back to Bangalore, I duly presented it to my wife. But the writer, what did he do? He put it in the gunny bag. So in this picture we can see this is the gunny bag. So they put that baby bear in one of the gunny bags that they were having with them, and when the writer, he got back to Bangalore, then the writer, he very duly presented it to his wife, okay. So this was the reason that why his wife, she was having a sloth bear as a pet. She was delighted. And what was the reaction of his wife? She was delighted. She was very much happy. She at once put a colored ribbon around its neck, and after discovering the cub was a boy, she christened it as Bruno, okay. So we can see here that writer's wife, she is a animal lover, because she was very much happy that she was having a baby bear, and she at once put a colored ribbon around its neck. And when finally she discovered that the cub is a boy, okay, then she christened it as a Bruno. Christian means to give a name, okay. So she gave a name, that is Bruno, to this baby bear. Bruno soon took to drinking milk from a bottle. So now that baby bear, now it was a pet to the writer and his wife, and they were having Bruno, and Bruno very soon it started to drinking milk from a bottle. It was but a step further, and within a very few days he started eating and drinking everything else, okay. So that was just a beginning when it started to drink milk from a bottle, because after very few days he started to eat and drink everything else, and everything is the right word, for he ate porridge made from any ingredients, vegetables, fruits, nuts, meat, especially pork. So now the writer is explaining that why he is using this word everything, because he is saying that everything is the right word. Why? Because that baby bear, that is Bruno, now he started to eat everything, okay. And what are the list? So writer is saying that he started eating porridge made from any ingredients. So in this picture we can say this is porridge. So started to eat porridge that was made from any ingredients, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and also meat, and especially which meat, that is pork. Okay, curry and rice regardless of condiments and chilies, bread, eggs, chocolates, sweets, pudding, ice cream, etc., etc., etc. So this is really a very long list, and in this list there is curry and rice regardless of condiments and chilies. So what is condiments? Condiments means spices. So that where Bruno, he doesn't mind all the spices and chilies also, and he used to eat bread, eggs, chocolates, sweets, pudding, ice cream, etc., etc., and etc. And as for drink, milk, tea, coffee, lime juice, aerated water, buttermilk, beer, alcoholic liquor, and in fact anything liquid. And if we are talking about the drinks, then that where it used to have milk, tea, coffee, lime juice, aerated water, it means carbonated water, it means all the fizzy drinks. Okay, and buttermilks, beer, alcoholic liquor, and in fact anything that is liquid, it all went down with relish. So all the food that bear, it has to eat with relish, with enjoyment. Okay, so that bear, that is Bruno, it really love to eat all the food, okay, all kinds of food with such a great enjoyment. The bear became very attached to our two Alsatian dogs and to all the children, to the tenants living in our bungalow. So now that bear, that is Bruno, now it was very much attached to the two Alsatian dogs that the writer was having, and to all the children of the tenants, they were living in the bungalow of the writer. So in this picture we can see they are the Alsatian dogs. Okay, it's a kind of breed of the dog. He was left quite free in his younger days and spent his time in playing, running into the kitchen, and going to sleep in our bed. So now what was the routine of that bear? So writer is saying that he was left quite free in his younger days. Okay, he was free to do whatever he actually wanted to do, and he used to spend his time in playing, okay, and running into the kitchen and going to sleep in the beds of the writer and his wife. Okay, one day an accident befell him, but one day one accident was there that befell him, that happened with him. So what was that accident? I put down poison, that was barium carbonate, to kill the rats and mice that had got into my library. So the accident was that one day the writer, he put down some poison, and what was that poison? It was barium carbonate. And what was the reason? Because the writer, he wanted to kill the rats and mice that were there into the library. So in that library there were some rats, there were some mice. So the writer, he put some poison to kill those rats. But now what happened? Bruno entered the library as he often did, and he ate some of the poison. But now something wrong happened, because now Bruno the bear, he entered into the library as he used to do very often, and by chance, by accident, by mistake, he ate some of the poison, that was barium carbonate. Okay, so now what was the effect of that poison? Let's see. Paralysis set in to the extent that he could not stand on his feet. So what was the effect of that poison? Now paralysis was there, and it set into that extent that Bruno, he was unable to stand on his feet, but he dragged himself on his stumps to my wife, who called me. But Bruno, he was able to drag himself on his stumps. Stumps means legs, to the wife of the writer, and the wife finally called the writer. I guessed what had happened, and when the wife, she described all the situation, and that that something is wrong with Bruno, then the writer, he was having the guess that what must have happened, because he was the person who put the poison there in the library. Okay, off I rushed in the car to the vet's residence. So obviously the writer, now he was very much worried, so he just rushed in the car. Where? To the vet's residence. Vets means a veterinary doctor. A case of poisoning. Now it was the case of a poisoning. Tame Bear, barium carbonate, what to do? And who was the victim? Tame Bear. And what was the poison? It was barium carbonate. And now the question was what to do? What is the solution? How the bear, how Bruno can be cured? Okay, so now this was the question. Okay, so now what will happen next? जो Bruno है, okay, how will he be cured? What treatment will be given to him? We will come to know when we will continue the chapter. So see you in the next video. Thank you.